Is Charles Oliveira out of his fight with Islam, and is Alex Volkanovski in?
Yes.
UFC 294 is falling apart. Charles Oliveira has pulled out. He's no longer in the fight with Islam Makhachev, which is such a devastating blow to this card. We've been waiting for this fight for so long. Paulo Costa is looking like he's trying to pull out too, which we're going to talk about, but Volkanovski just stepped in. Listen, all I have to say is, where's Justin Gaethje? Where are all the BMFs at? Volkanovski's the guy that's taking this fight on a week's and a half's notice, which is horrible if you're a Volkanovski fan and you want him to do well legacy-wise, and you want this guy to actually get up there in the top 5. But so much for being called a BMF, Justin Gaethje. You're supposed to be the guy that takes on Makhachev on a week and a half's notice. Obviously, we're going to get to Charles. What the fuck is going on? What the heck is happening, man? First of all, what the fuck? Charles is out? This is my first reaction. Are you kidding me? We've been waiting for this fight for so long. And now fucking Paulo Costa's bullshitting with us too? And at first glance, at a first impression, you may be thinking, oh, Volkanovski and Makhachev, this is an amazing fight. It's a good fight, don't get me wrong. It's going to sell a lot of pay-per-views. Gamrot and Makhachev ain't going to sell a whole lot. Gamrot was supposed to be the backup fighter. I understand, but he's taking this fight on a week and a half's notice. This guy just got surgery about a month and a half ago. He's going to show up with the same stitches that Paulo Costa has in his elbow. I don't want to see it. As an Alexander Volkanovski fan, as someone that knows that every single fight from here on out is incredibly important, meaning he cannot just get in the cage and whatever happens, happens. Your career is too important at this point. Legacy is on the line. One loss is absolutely devastating to his career. I don't want to see Volkanovski and Makhachev 2, a fight that is so unbelievably highly anticipated and so unbelievably competitive, and we know it's competitive because of the first fight. I don't want to see a fight like this happen in these kinds of circumstances. I know that a lot of people are going to be saying, well, it's even better. Oh, no way. Charles is out. At least we have Volk. Yeah, at least we have a Volkanovski that just got injured and went through surgery like a couple of weeks ago. Don't you understand? Like, I know that Volkanovski is going to be training. I know he's somewhat ready, but this ain't the condition for this fight. It's just not, man. It ain't. And the whole narrative is going to be, well, oh yeah, Makhachev beat Volkanovski on a week's notice. Or, Volkanovski got KO'd. He ain't in the top 5 anymore. I don't really like this fight. I want to see Gamrot and Makhachev. Hey, I know that some of you guys aren't going to like that, but I want to see Gamrot and Makhachev. At least Gamrot might be ready. At least I kind of want to see Gamrot get his ass kicked for pulling off all these flukes. I know that that's going to significantly tank the pay-per-view sales of this card because no one really cares about Mateusz Gamrot, and you can't really sell that. You could sell Volkanovski and Makhachev too, 100%, and I'm going to tune in as well. But we're basically going to lead Volkanovski to his fucking, god damn it, bro. Makhachev's ready, locked and loaded, ready to go. He's training with Khabib, and we're going to throw Volk in there? Are you kidding me? I don't want that to happen. I don't like it at all. All right, you guys want the truth? I don't like this situation at all. I think it's all fucked. I think it's all messed up. Because I already know Volkanovski takes this on a week and a half's notice. The UFC is going to offer him a big bag. He just had a daughter, so he wants to really put some more food on the table. And this whole fucking Volkanovski mentality. I stood up and look at me now. Like, this is the kind of mentality that I've been talking about for a long time. This is going to get this guy knocked out. He's going to get KO'd because of it. He's going to be standing up for himself this time, and he's going to be getting knocked out too. He's not going to be ready. You need to have a hard, gritty training camp for someone like Makhachev, man. Like, I understand it's a different matchup. I completely get it. But training for Charles Oliveira, that's still a tough ask. That's still a tall task. Charles Oliveira is a monster. Makhachev's flying Khabib out to the UAE. You know what I mean? He's finally clicking on all cylinders. And Volkanovski is probably a guy, he's probably just woke up from his nap, mid-training day nap. And, Yeah, he's going to be taking this fight on short notice when you need a full training camp for someone like Makhachev. You need to have like 6 weeks with Craig Jones. You need to be doing your strength and conditioning. Volkanovski's tapering down for a featherweight fight. And I know last time he told us that if he fights Makhachev again, he doesn't want to bulk up. He just wants to go in a little bit light. But still, you kind of have to bulk up a little bit for Makhachev. He's unbelievably strong. He's ready to go. I know Makhachev might be dinged up a little bit, but still. People are going to be excited for this fight. I'm going to be excited for this fight. But I'm also dreading it, man. Because again, he will probably lose. That's the case. He will probably lose. And he'll probably get knocked out. Or at least lose by decision. And we'll see if he can pull this off. That'll be amazing. I mean, we're going to have to talk about him as definitely being one of the GOATs. If he actually pulls this off and wins the lightweight title. I mean, one of the GOATs. We're going to have to talk him being number 2 all time if he does some shit like this on 7 days notice. I just don't think it's going to happen, man. Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare for Volkanovski fans because, as I said, guys, 2 losses on your record is devastating when you're out there competing with GSP and Mighty Mouse and all these other guys when you're trying to rise to GOAT status. That's devastating. And for Makhachev, I always used to say things like if he beats Oliveira twice and he beats Volkanovski twice, it's going to be top 5, 100%. But now we're going to have to look at this with a bit of an asterisk. Yeah, but he beat Volk that filled in on a week and a half's notice. And yeah, man, Charles is out. Unbelievable. I didn't think I was ever going to have to make a video like this. I thought that it would just be about Paulo Costa. This was such a perfect matchup. Like, I understand that Makhachev finished Charles last time, but I wanted to see if Charles could turn the tide. I wanted to see him back in Abu Dhabi. I wanted to see him in a press conference with Makhachev to see how he would deal with the mental warfare, the psychological warfare that Makhachev's been bringing, calling him a quitter. Is he going to be able to get the dub? Is he going to be able to finish Makhachev in Abu Dhabi on Makhachev's home soil? Imagine how insane that would be. And even though Volk is a fan favorite, it's like we know how good Charles is when he's on, when he's ready. A full training camp Charles Oliveira coming back for vengeance. A guy that has the potential to finish Makhachev. This is the difference between him and Volk. Volk probably isn't finishing Makhachev. You know, and he's probably not knocking him out in the first round. That's what Charles brings to the equation. All right, he can finish you instantly. He can finish you in the first 30 seconds. And this is why this was such a good fight, because it's always going to be entertaining to see Makhachev and how he can mitigate that type of risk, or how Charles can get the job done, and the horror on all the fans' faces if Charles does sleep him. And now we don't get to see this matchup, man. It really sucks. It really does suck. Like, I understand that there's a whole lot of controversy stirring up now with the card being in shambles, and for us MMA content creators, it can be, again, like good for the YouTube channel or whatnot, but it really sucks, man. Like, I wanted to see Makhachev and Charles. That's the fight I wanted to see. And now Charles is out, and my favorite fighter is taking this fight on a week and a half's notice. Like, this is the worst situation for the Lucas Tracy MMA channel, which, you know, we're going to have to fucking next week, to a week and a half from now. Volkanovski's first devastating KO loss. How is he going to deal with it? Yeah, this sucks, man. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Mateusz Gamrot, where are you at, man? I guess he's not taking this fight. And Justin Gaethje should never be able to call himself a BMF. This card's honestly fucked. It really is. This card's in shambles. And what's next? Magomed Ankalaev pulling out? That's probably what's next as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Devastating hit to the card. Charles is out. I still can't even fully comprehend this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.